Hey there, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent licensed in all 50 states. Today's topic is, if you love a SPIA, then say hello to a DIA. So what's a SPIA and a DIA? All these acronyms. SPIA, Single Premium Immediate Annuity. DIA, Deferred Income Annuity. They really are the same exact structure. So a SPIA, Single Premium Immediate Annuity, is for when you want to start income within 30 days up to a year. Okay? Well, Stan, I want it to start in 7 months from now. Okay, great, that's a SPIA. Stan, I want it to start in 10 months from now. Okay, great, that's a SPIA. And you can run those quotes at our site, theannuityman.com. You can run SPIA quotes to your heart's content. Hundreds of thousands of quotes are run every single month on our site. Hopefully we'll get to the million mark, and we'll have like a little bell go ding, 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 ding. But every month it just grows like crazy. But if you say, I need a lifetime income stream, Stan, but I need it to start in 2 years or 4 years or 14 months. Once it crosses that year Rubicon, annuity Rubicon, a SPIA magically, poof, turns into a DIA. Now, don't ask me why the smart people in the annuity industry room that for whatever reason lost my number that time they were meeting about SPIAs and DIAs didn't call me, but that's the way it works. So you can't say, well, I really like SPIAs, but DIAs, I don't know about that. Same thing, Chester, okay? So it really just comes down to when you want the income to start. Now let's talk about, because SPIAs and DIAs, Single Premium Immediate Annuities and Deferred Income Annuities, are the same exact structure, easy for me to say, let's talk about that structure, okay? First of all, no moving parts, no annual fees, no market attachments, straight transfer risk. You're saying to the annuity company, pay me for as long as I'm breathing or as long as me and my spouse are breathing if you set it up joint life, regardless of how long we live. Period. End of story. Now you can structure it 30 different ways on the back end, meaning that, hey Stan, I don't want the money to go poof when my Learjet hits the mountain or my bass boat hits the tree. Okay, I don't want that to happen. We can structure it so it has a cash refund or installment refund or a 20-year period certain. We can customize the SPIA and DIA quotes, and you can see that on my site when you run the quotes. But remember, annuity companies have the big buildings for a reason. They're for profit. There's no philanthropists there. They're pure, ugly capitalists. Okay? The only reason that people say, well, why are annuity companies and life insurance companies that issue annuities so strong? Because they know when you're going to die. Property and casualty companies don't know when the hurricane's going to hit. And I can say that because I live in Florida at times, and when the hurricanes roll in, I roll the heck out. Okay? I go to my office in Las Vegas, it's our main office, and I say, hey, that hurricane's going to really knock out my house, which is fine. Houses, who cares? The beach is going to take it back eventually, right? Of course. So SPIAs and DIAs, very simple products. And commissions, let's talk about that ugly word. How you getting paid, making all this money? Here's how it works. All commissions with annuities, all are built into the product, so you don't see it. But because they're so simple, because you can explain it to a 9-year-old, no offense to 9-year-olds, the commissions are very, very small, but it's a net transaction to you. So if you put $100,000 into a SPIA or $100,000 into a DIA, you're going to see $100,000 on your statement, even though we got a little bit of money so I could buy my wife more clothes and shoes. She's very good on the shoe part. So I'm talking about big-time shoe game, big-time shoe game. But DIAs and SPIAs, it really comes down to when you want the income to start. Now, here's a good question you just asked. I heard the guy somewhere in Poughkeepsie just ask me this question. Never been to Poughkeepsie, but I like the name. Hey, Stan, what happens if I'm deferring, okay, and I die before the income starts? Does the evil annuity company keep the money? No, because we will build in what's called a return of premium, ROP, return of premium, if your Learjet hits the mountain. So let's just say you bought a DIA. It's going to start in 4 years. Year 3, your Learjet hits the mountain. What happens to the money, Stan? What happens to that $100,000? That $100,000 goes to your listed beneficiaries of the policy. The evil annuity company doesn't keep any of it. Now, whichever English class you took, is there any interest that's been accrued during that time period? The answer is no. Okay? The answer is no. So you're deferring for 4 years in this case with a DIA, or you're deferring for 7 months with a SPIA. There's no accrued interest. Okay, what they're doing in the pricing of the product is primarily, listen to me, you Fed hawks out there, you Fed freaks. It's not about interest rates, it's about life expectancy. Do interest rates play a minor role? Yes, but it's about life expectancy. And remember, with SPIAs and DIAs, the older you are, the higher the payment, just like Social Security. So if you love SPIAs, say hello to my little friend called DIA. They both work the same because they're the same product and the same structure. The only difference is when you want to start the income. Hey, if you want to check it out, you can get owner's manuals on both products that I've written personally in the dark room in the basement of my house. There is no basement in Florida, but the basement, alleged basement, and you can download those, you can run quotes, you can watch videos on those products. But contact us. We're not a hammer looking for a nail. We're an edutainment company that sells a bunch of annuities, but only if they're right for you. My name is Stan the Annuity Man. See you next time.